can start at sharp 4 p.m.
Okay, so we'll start sharp at 4.
Yes.
Good evening to the shareholders. I, Dipati Jaiswal, Company Secretary of the company, extends a warm welcome to all the shareholders present at this 39th Annual General Meeting. As the Chairman of the company and the board, Mr. Ashwin Kumar Kothari is not present for the meeting. The directors present have elected Mr. Rohit Ashwin Kothari, Non-Executive Director of the company, as the Chairman for this 39th AGM. Now, as the Chairman, sir, to start with the proceedings of the meeting. Thank you. Rohit sir, can you unmute?
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Geecee Ventures Limited, I, Rohit Kothari, Non-Executive Director, elected as the Chairman of this meeting, shares a hearty greeting and welcomes you all to the 39th Annual General Meeting of this company. We hope you and your family members are healthy, safe, and secure. This meeting is being held through audio-video conference mode in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the Securities and Exchange Board of India. The company has taken all feasible efforts to enable members to participate through video conference mode and vote at the AGM. As informed by the company secretary, the requisite quorum is present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Section 103 of the Companies Act 2013. The quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. Let me start by introducing other directors on the board who are attending this meeting through video conferencing mode. First, I would like to call out their names, who are the independent directors of the company. Mr. Rakesh Khanna, the Chairman of Audit and Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Mr. Suresh Tapadia, Chairman of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Mrs. Rupal Anand Vora, Ms. Neha Bandopadhyay, Mr. Vallabh Prasad Biani. Other than independent directors, other directors who are attending this meeting include Mr. Suresh Kumar Vasudevan Vazathara Pillai and Mr. Gaurav Samshuka, who is the whole-time director of the company. Other than directors, we also have Mr. Vidit Dhandharia, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Manish Bohra, Partner MRB and Associates, the Chartered Accountants, Statutory Auditor, and Mr. Nishant Javasa, Proprietor of Nishant Javasa and Associate, Practicing Company Secretary and Secretarial Auditor, attending this meeting through video conferencing mode from their respective locations. Mr. Nishant Javasa is also appointed as the scrutinizer for scrutiny of the votes cast through the remote e-voting platform and e-voting during the AGM. I now request the Company Secretary to provide general instructions to the members regarding participation to this meeting.
Thank you, sir. Respected members of the company, I would like to list down some important points in respect of the 39th AGM of the company. This AGM is conducted in accordance with the circulars issued by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI that allows companies to conduct AGM through video conferencing or other audiovisual means. Your company has also taken requisite steps to enable shareholders to participate and vote on the items being considered at this AGM. As physical attendance of the shareholders has been dispensed with, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The Register of Directors and key managerial personnel, the Register of Contracts and arrangements and other documents mentioned in the AGM notice have been made available electronically for inspection by the members during business hours. Members seeking to inspect any of these documents can send their request to gc.investor@gcwl.in. As the AGM is being held through video conference, the facility for appointment of proxies by the members is not applicable, and hence the proxy register for inspection is not available. The statutory auditor's report on standalone and consolidated financial statements and the secretarial audit report for the financial year ended 31st March 2023 does not contain any qualifications or adverse remarks. The company has received requests from a few members to register themselves as the speaker at this AGM. So accordingly, we allow those members to ask questions or express their views. We will facilitate this session once the question and answer session begins. During the question and answer session, I will announce the names of the shareholders who have registered as speakers, and the maximum time allowed to each speaker shall be around 2 to 3 minutes. I request the speakers to adhere to this timeline. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of the members asking questions depending on the availability of time. For all queries with respect to the annual report or in the case of any other clarifications, members are requested to write to us at gc.investor@gcwl.in. Those shareholders who are unable to speak due to connectivity issues will be allowed to speak once all other shareholders have been given a chance to speak. The speaker shareholder will be put on mute mode by the host until the Q&A session starts. Once the name of the speaker shareholder are announced, the shareholder will be unmuted and has to select the video mode and start speaking. If any shareholder is unable to connect through video, then he or she can connect through audio only and ask questions. In accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI Listing Obligations and Disclosure Requirements Regulations 2015, the shareholders were provided with an opportunity to cast their vote through the remote e-voting facility on the resolutions as set out in the notice convening this AGM. The remote e-voting period commenced at 9 a.m. on Monday, that is 11 September 2023, and the facility was available to the shareholders till 5 p.m. on Thursday, 14 September 2023. Members who have not cast their vote electronically and who are participating in this meeting will have an opportunity to cast their votes through the e-voting system provided by NSDL during this AGM and will remain open for 15 minutes post the conclusion of the meeting. Thank you. Now I request Chairman Sir to address the shareholders.
Good evening. Thank you for your time today and for your continued faith in all of us as always. As India awaits policy reforms to pick up speed, your company firmly believes that the demand for real estate in a country like India should remain strong in medium to long term. Your company's well-accepted brand, contemporary architecture, well-designed projects in strategic locations, strong balance sheet and stable financial performance, even in testing times, make it a preferred choice for customers as well as shareholders. Real estate sector is a highly regulated sector, and any unfavorable changes in government policies and the regulatory environment can adversely impact the performance of the sector. I would now like to give a brief insight on company's performance in its all three business segments during the previous year, 2022-23. With regards to the real estate business, the residential real estate market in India had astounding progress in 2022, setting new sales records demonstrating the industry's prominence as one of India's fastest growing industries. Your company managed to achieve reasonable volume of sales from its ongoing projects and is looking forward to add more redevelopment projects. Out of all the ongoing projects, the construction activity at the Mist Phase 2 located at Karjat, which was expected to get completed by December 22, got completed in August 22. For our project Geecee Aspera 206 at New Panvel, company had applied for full occupation certificate and is hopeful of receiving it very soon. Proximus project at Chembur is progressing as per schedule and is targeted to get completed in the financial year 2024. Similarly, the redevelopment projects Lakshmi Kunj at Juhu, Proximus at Chembur is expected to get completed in the next financial year. The commencement certificate for residential commercial project in the name of Geecee Emerald at Kharghar was received up to the 13th floor and the construction has started in full swing. The project is progressing as per schedule. Other than the above ongoing projects, the company is continuously working to identify and start newer projects. The company has large pool of liquid assets and there exists an opportunity to invest it very efficiently. The company endeavors to maximize its return on surplus funds within the parameters of prudent investment norm, giving highest regard to quality of credit risks to its investment and financing portfolio. The wind power division of Geecee Ventures Limited commissioned its operation in 2010 by setting up a 5.35 megawatt wind turbine generator in Jodhpur district, Rajasthan. The entire power generated from these wind turbines is supplied to the power deficit state of Rajasthan. The company's total revenue from operations on a standalone basis for the year ended 31st March 2023 was 3867 lakhs, 0.67 lakhs as compared to 9391.03 lakhs in the previous year. The profit after tax for the current year was 981.96 lakhs as compared to 1824.75 lakhs, while the total comprehensive income of the company for the current year stood at 2074.37 lakhs as compared to 5331.14 lakhs. About the future outlook, as against the past trends, developers have moved away from the traditional ways of doing business and rightly focused on end user customer demand with a strong focus on innovation and digital transformation. We believe FY 2023-24 will continue the healthy sales momentum backed by solid structural foundation, sustained demand, and relatively affordable, albeit somewhat higher housing loan rates. Financially strong and reputed developers with superior execution capabilities stand to benefit disproportionately from the ongoing cyclical upturn. Focus will remain on continuous improvement to serve existing and new customers, as well as the innovation in terms of design and development. Now I will move on to the rest of the proceedings of the meeting. The notice convening this meeting and the annual report containing the audited financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2023, along with the board's and auditors' report and management discussion and analysis report have been already circulated through email to you. And with your kind permission, I take them as read. The statutory auditors, MRB and Associates, Chartered Accountants, and secretarial auditors, Nishant Javasa and Associate, practicing company secretaries, Mumbai, have expressed unqualified opinion in their respective audit reports for the financial year 2022-2023. Now I will request the company secretary to take over the proceedings of the meeting and read the instructions regarding e-voting during the AGM and other instructions.
Thank you, sir. As per the provisions of Secretarial Standard 2 and Companies Act 2013, as the notice of 39th AGM along with the integrated annual report was already circulated to the members of the company. So with your permission, we take it as read. Now I would like to inform to the shareholders that the e-voting facility has been arranged during the meeting for all those shareholders who have not cast their vote through the remote e-voting platform in respect of all the resolutions set out in the notice convening the 39th AGM. The members who have registered themselves as speaker shareholder may now ask questions pertaining to any item as set forth in the notice convening this AGM. Members are requested to keep their questions brief and specific. To avoid repetition, the answers to all the questions will be provided at the end. Members may also note that the company reserves the right to limit the number of speakers. Members asking the questions depending on the availability of the time. Members may note that voting on NSDL platform will continue to be available for the next 15 minutes after the conclusion of the AGM. Therefore, members who have not cast their votes, you are requested to do so. The results of voting shall be declared within 48 hours from the conclusion of this AGM. The results shall be intimated to the stock exchanges on which the company's shares are listed, naming BSE Limited and National Stock Exchange of India Limited. The results shall also be uploaded on the company's website www.geeceeventures.com and on the website of NSDL, subject to the receipt of requisite number of votes. The resolution as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to have been passed today. Now I will announce the names of the speaker shareholders one by one who have registered to speak at this AGM. Once I call out the names of the shareholder, may I unmute them and I request him or her to share her thoughts, opinions and queries. Once you had concluded, I will mute the shareholder and then the next shareholder will be called upon to speak. All queries, including the ones which the company has received in advance, will be replied by the directors after all the speakers have given an opportunity to speak. So I would request the technical support person to unmute Ms. Vasudha Dakwe. Ms. Vasudha Dakwe, if you're present, you could ask your questions,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Very good afternoon, respected chairman, sir, board of directors, and my fellow shareholders. Myself, Vasudha from Thane. I would like to congratulate our company secretary and her team for sending me the soft copy of the report well in advance, which itself is clear and transparent. The opening speech given by the chairperson is also informative and excellent. I would like to ask how many staff we have on temporary basis and on permanent basis. Secondly, I would like to ask, what is your next 2 to 3 years capex plan? With this, I support all the resolution. Thank you very much and wish the company all the best for coming financial years and my best wishes for coming the festival of Ganpati, Dasara and Diwali. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Next is Mr. Yogesh Vespikar.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Could you be a little
Yes,
louder,
sir.
sir?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. At the onset of this meeting, sir, Ashwin sir, Kothari ji, chairman sir, thank you for allowing me to speak. Sir, as you have mentioned in your opening remarks, that we are completing our projects well before time also. So it's a good sign. Also, we are having 2 to 3 projects in pipeline. So that's another thing that we should. I'm really happy about it. Also, I would like to thank our company secretary Dipyanti madam for sending me the annual report well in time, as well as I was also able to join this link. So thank you for that. Secondly, sir, as far as my queries are concerned, sir, what I think, sir, it's a high time that uh, we should now start consolidating our subsidiaries, sir. Especially the direct subsidiaries, sir. So that is my suggestion, sir, because much of them are not having us much to adding to our profits. So if that could happen, sir, we could consolidate and we could move further ahead. Apart from that, sir, no other questions. I support all your resolutions, and almost my some queries have been really answered well by our company secretary itself only. So thanks for that. And sir, I wish all the best for the future and for the coming festive seasons. Greetings from my side, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yogesh. Miss Celestine Elizabeth Mascarenas.
Hello. 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 Ma'am, you can hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. We can hear.
Yeah,
We can
you can
hear.
hear me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Respected chairman of today's meeting, other members of the board, my dear fellow shareholders who are attending this virtual meet. I am Mrs. C.E. Mascarenas. I am attending from Mumbai. today at present 4 meetings are, ma'am, going at one time. It is becoming really, that is what I said. Computer, mobiles, all mobiles are on, and so much of noise has become. Anyway, good. So I thank the company secretary, Madam Mrs. Dipyanta Jaiswal, and her team for sending me an annual report also and registering me as a speaker also. Thank you so much. Working is definitely not that, but we have got a good dividend of 20%, that is 2 rupees on EPS of 4.70 EPS. Now I come directly to the questions. The Karjat Mist, there is at New Panvel, another one, and Proxima at Chembur, Khargar Emerald, Lakshmi JD. I would like to know how much is the completion level in these 5 units and when it will be totally completed. We have 2 power plant one at Jaiswal and Fatehgarh. How much power we get and how much it adds to our company, Geecee? Are we any in SRA project or we are thinking any decision on it? My last question is, what is the land bank we are holding? What is the land bank we are holding? So now I support all the resolution. I wish my company all the best. May we grow from strength to strength. With this, thank you very much. Mr. Mascarenhas will speak. Just 1 second. Geecee, just say hello at least. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We can speak. We can hear.
Hello. Can I proceed? Hello.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah. Respected chairman, sir, very distinguished members of the board and my fellow shareholders. Good evening to you all. My name is Aloysius Mascarenhas. I'm a proud shareholder of this prestigious company. And since there are many meetings going concurrently, I cannot speak more this thing, but only wish our company and see that it grows from strength to strength. And what is our future plans, roadmap, and going forward, what is our capex program and other things. I don't want to ask many more questions because there are other meetings going on. So I end my speech wishing you personally, all the board members, and more importantly, all the employees, all the very best in the days and years to come. We are in the midst of a festive season. So I wish you all a very happy festive season. With this, thank you very much for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir. Next, Miss Smita Shah.
Yeah, the person with the said name is
Not
not
there?
connected in the meeting.
Okay. Then Miss Prakashini Shenoy.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am, we are able to hear you.
Yeah. Respected Honorable Chairman, the dignitaries on the board and my fellow shareholders, good afternoon to all of you. I received the annual report well in time, which is informative, transparent, and contains all the information as per the corporate governance. I thank the company secretary and the team for the same. The chairman has given a beautiful picture regarding the company and its working in all parameters. And thank you, Chairman, sir. I'm glad to note that the company is doing better than last year. Congratulations for the same. Sir, I have 1 or 2 questions. My first question is, how are we planning for digital future? My next question is, how do we adopt digital technology to increase the productivity? And my last question is, there is a huge number of shares and dividends transferred to IEPF account. Any efforts taken by a company registrar to inform the members and locate their addresses? Last but not the least, sir, I request you to please continue with VC so that people all over the world will have an opportunity to express their views. I wish the company good luck for a bright future and pray God that the profit of the company shall reach the peak in due course. Sir, I strongly and wholeheartedly support all the resolutions put forth in today's meeting. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so since all the speakers have been over speaking and taking up the queries, now I request the directors present and the chairman son to take up the queries.
I will request Gaurav to answer some of the questions raised by our shareholders. Gaurav, can you?
Yeah. So, few questions have been raised by the honorable speakers, and also we have received some questions in advance from some of the shareholders. So, with regard to the number of, so there was a question with regard to the number of people we employ, temporary as well as permanent, and also we have received a question regarding the attrition rate at the company. So currently the staff strength is about 65 to 66 people. This is the permanent employees which we have. We do not have any temporary employees. Most of the site work is done through contractors. So there is a large number of workmen force which is employed under the contractor's payroll, and they are not employed by the company. The attrition rate for the permanent staff was 10% last year. In the current financial year, it is 1% till now. And so that was on the manpower. With regard to the capex plans for the next 2 to 3 years, and what are the projects, what is the outlook of the company? Also, there was a question with regards to our current projects. So let me just throw some light on that first. An honorable speaker correctly mentioned that there are 5 projects which are on. Karjat missed, the second phase has already been completed. It has been handed over to the members. Now we are in the process of starting phase 3 at Karjat. Phase 3 at Karjat will be about 130 apartments more for sale for us. Proximus at Chembur, the construction has been completed and we are in the process of finalizing all the finishing activities. We are hopeful that before the end of this financial year, we will be able to complete that project. The same can be said for Lakshmi Kunj at Juhu. Then we have another, which is our single largest project, which is at Kharghar. Currently, we have received CC up to the 13th floor. Now we are in the process of applying for CC up to the 40th floor. Construction is in full swing, and Tower 1, we have completed 5 floors. Tower 2, we are on the 2nd floor. And we are hopeful that in the next 2 years or maximum 3 years, we will be able to complete and hand over this project to the customers. In terms of sales, all the existing ongoing projects as well as the large project at Kharghar, we are receiving very good response from our customers, and sales is quite robust in all these projects. With regard to our roadmap for the future, so currently we have about 500,000 square feet of development under the company's banner. Our target is that in the coming few years, we should have additional 1 million square feet of construction, which the company should be able to deliver to its customers. There was a question regarding SRA projects. Currently, the company does not have any SRA project. And it's not that we are totally shut out to SRA projects, but it's just been a coincidence that we have not been able to take up any SRA projects. Having said that, we will take up SRA projects which have reached a particular stage. We are not going to start SRA project right from the initial stage. We follow an asset-light model. We do not want to invest money in land which is futuristic. So, since the very beginning of our real estate business, we do not hold an ideal land bank. We try to procure land and immediately start work on the land just to keep the asset size lower. With regards to the how are we going to incorporate digital aspects into our business? So we have already started doing that. A lot of our sales is now going to be done, or it is focused to be done through the digital medium. a lot of advertisement is being routed from the conventional medias to the digital medium. So lot of social media platforms which are there, lot of search engine platforms which are there, lot of property websites which are there. We are aggressively trying to tap our customers through these medias which is available. Then there was one question with regard to the IPF account. Dipyanti, I think, can you take that answer?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So with regards to IPF, the question was ki why so much of shares are being transferred and whether any steps are taken for like contacting those shareholders. So I would like to say ki before transferring those shares, as per the Companies Act, we have to give an intimation 3 months in advance to all those shareholders through newspaper, as well as personal intimation is to be sent via speed post or registered post. So that is the compliance which the company has been following up along with the registrar. So we always give communication to all those shareholders. If there is no communication received, so then ultimately we have to transfer it to the IPF as per the provisions. And till now, whenever we have sent those communications, so there is no response received from the shareholder. So after 3 months, we have to ultimately transfer to the IPF. So I hope this answers the query raised for IPF.
Also, just to inform shareholders, your company is sitting on a decent large size of treasury assets, and the company's endeavor is to maximize the returns on the treasury assets which we hold. We have a blend of debt instruments as well as equity instruments which we are investing in, and we are happy to inform the shareholders that we have been able to achieve an IRR of in excess of 15 and up to 20% for equity over the last few years. So the money which is available with us, the spare money which is available with us, is being managed very efficiently, and we are taking the utmost care to ensure that we get the returns without sacrificing any credit or without taking any credit risk. So that was on our treasury book. If Dipyanti, have I answered all the questions, or is there anything else which was there which had come to us? And
no, sir. Whatever queries which were raised right now and come to us has been resolved, in my opinion.
Right.
So then we can close, sir. So then, thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Rohit sir to kindly give closing remarks to the shareholders.
Yes, thank you, Dipyanti, and I will take a minute more. I think in the last decade, Geecee has successfully completed a few projects, and we have made a great brand in the New Mumbai region, especially after the iconic Geecee Cloud 36 project, and the brand is very well recognized. I think our real estate team will be focused on doing much more work in both New Mumbai and the greater Mumbai metropolitan region, and seeing to it that the brand recognition which we've developed is across this entire region. We have a very ambitious target for our real estate division, and we want to become a brand, a name to be recognized, and deliver great projects within stipulated timelines and make both customers as well as shareholders happy. So as Gaurav said, that we want to grab 1 million square feet of projects under development over the next few years, and we are very confident that over the next couple of years, Geecee will become a large, well-recognized name in the field of real estate. And I can confidently say that our technical skill sets, the projects which we have delivered, and our entire marketing team has done a very fabulous approach. Also, our balance sheet is very strong, and if we can see that we have a net worth which is unlevered of 532 crores, and along with the underlying investment which we hold, there is a hidden value itself, and hence there is a scope to do far more aggressive bets in the real estate space, and very cautiously and stably grow this in size. So I would like to thank all the shareholders. I would also like to express my appreciation and gratitude to every person associated with the company, and very special thanks to all the government authorities, all the bankers of the company, dealers, suppliers, the contractors and the subcontractors, various consultants, and all the partners who are working with us, and who have given their ongoing support and assistance. I continue to look at Geecee Venture, the company, with great resilience, and the road ahead is very exciting, very promising. I wish to place on record my very deep sense of gratitude to my colleagues on the board for their counsel and support. And we have excellent directors, and each of our independent directors come from exceptional background with a lot of repute, lot of skill sets, and their value addition guidance to our company has been exemplary in the recent years. So thank you, all the independent directors. And I would also like to acknowledge the contribution and commitment of each of our employees. As Gaurav said, that we have 65 or 66 employees. It's not a very large team because bulk of our work is done through contractors, but our team is extremely driven and competent, and they really work well as a team. And our company has, a very high set of governance, which is thanks to our employees who practice them steadfastly. And I thank them for their consistent level of performance, dedication, loyalty, and efforts in achieving our company's goals. And my speech will not be complete without thanking all our shareholders. And it's these shareholders who've always placed their ongoing trust and support and full confidence in the company, which they've shown from time to time. And I'm thankful to them, and I look forward to all your continued blessings and your support in the coming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So I thank all the shareholders who have joined today. So we end this meeting over here with a vote of thanks to the chairperson and all the board and all the colleagues present. Thank you so much, everyone. So we end the meeting now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Should I end it at my end, technical support person, I'm asking you, or you would end at your end? Because recording is being done on NSGL's website.
Ma'am, what was the
Yeah.
e-voting closure time?
15 minutes post conclusion. More 15 minutes it would be on, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
15
so
minutes
keep that
from
open.
here.
Yeah, so we'll end. So you would leave the meeting right now?
Yes, ma'am. As the meeting is concluded, we are ending the meeting now.
Okay, so I'll leave the meeting, right?